Hi everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. If you're new around here, give it a subscribe, give it a like, become a member, become part of the Barmy member army. Now, a little confession to start with. This was meant to be a Saturday night live show, and that was all my intention. All my intention. Until we went to Southend. It took us about an hour and a half to get there. It usually takes about half an hour. There was a traffic jam because of a big accident. But it is now 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So Saturday Night Live, it ain't, is it? 1 o'clock in it. I suppose you could say it's in the US. Technically, I'll be all right. Particularly on the West Coast Pacific time, I'll be fine because it's only 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's 8 hours. So that's oh, my brain's gone to mush. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? I think something like that. So I could have got away with it. Could have, would have, should have. But anyway, I thought I'd do a match day morning instead. See what I did? Just flick the dial a little bit. So we've got some season prediction videos to show you. We've got former player Kenny Brown. Obviously, we've had a few up on the channel on Friday and Saturday. We had Macca's, a quick chat with Frankie Mack, sort of rhymes. 10 minutes with him. We had 10 minutes with Mad Dog, who was very optimistic. Even to a degree that he was a bit aggressive in terms of how optimistic he was. But that is Mad Dog, and that's why we love him. And that's why I love chatting to him. And the original Psycho himself, David Cross, 10 minutes with him, although most of it was discussing what Netflix was to him. But that's just Cross, and we love him for it. So, yeah. And, of course, the Premier League is kicking off. It kicked off this weekend. We've got Newcastle, 2 p.m. in the UK. Very, very excited. By the time this goes up, many of the travelling West Ham fans very gutted I'm not there, to be honest, but they'll be on their way to St James's Park. Anton will be there with his young son, his first ever game, 5 years old, and your first ever game Newcastle away. That's mental. And Stell will be there, and various others of the West Ham Network fraternity will be there as well. Young Jake will be there as well. So although there is a rumour that Mama Cox and Mrs Anton are going to be basically melting their corresponding husbands' credit cards while the game is going on. Let's hope there's not much injury time, because otherwise Anton will have to take out a second mortgage. Let's just be honest. So let's play some predictions, and then also we'll talk about what's coming up on the channel today, just for anyone who's interested more than anything. So let's bring on Kenny Brown. So Kenny sent us a video on Friday, which we played on the Friday show. But in case you didn't see it, I thought it'd be worth just playing it again. Here's Kenny with his predictions of the West Ham season.
Morning, Russ. So here goes. Here's my predictions for West Ham this season. Like everybody, I think that we obviously we hope that we're going to have a successful season. For me, anything in the top 10 will be that. I think the investment that other clubs have made and the resurgence of certain big clubs will make it very difficult. And I think if we can just build on last season, especially with probably the lack of depth in the squad, which could hinder us, and obviously that will impact our cup journeys, I would think. So I'm going to go for 9th spot, and I'd be happy with that, as long as we do have a decent cup run this year. I think we all want to see that. So I'm going to go, we'll at least make the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I think the League Cup, dependent on injuries and squad-wise, I think that we'll fall short in the League Cup, which won't be a problem. And then obviously into Europe, and we'd all love to see a long run in the Europa Cup. I don't know what the draw is, whether it's been made or not, but I'd love us to see West Ham go through the group stages and get into knockout cup competitions, which is what it's all about. So they're my predictions. So through to the group, we'll leave the group stages in the Europa Cup. I think we'll fall short in probably the second or third round of the League Cup, and I'm looking for quarter-final, semi-final FA Cup, and 9th spot in the league. I hope that helps, mate, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.
So there was Kenny giving his 2 cents worth, or 2 minutes worth, not 2 cents. Very optimistic. I mean, there's a lot of optimism, particularly amongst the ex-players as well, and I think even amongst the fans as well. I mean, table now we're 12th, and we haven't even played a game. There we go. You know what I mean? So we haven't even played a game, and Leeds, Norwich, and Palace are going down. Sounds good. We're just caught off the lead now. I'd take top 10. I think 10 for me is a good season for us. Right, let's bring on Rich. Now, we haven't had Rich on for ages. Even when it was Irons United, before it became, West Ham Network. So hopefully we get Rich on soon. Here's Rich's minute or so of his predictions of what he thinks is going to happen this season for West Ham.
All right, Hammers, Premier League football is back. It's your boy Rich, and I will be giving my predictions for the upcoming season. I'm going to start off with the Premier League. I believe we will finish, I'm going to go 8th. It's going to be a tough ask, and, having to balance Premier League football, Europa League football is not going to be easy at all. But I definitely feel we have enough in our tank to still be able to finish in the top 8. Europa League, we're going to get to the semi-finals this season, which will be an amazing achievement for us. It's very optimistic, but hopefully we throw everything at that competition. And, on our day, we can beat anyone in that competition. So fingers crossed. In terms of FA Cup, we really have struggled to have a proper FA Cup run in quite some time. I would love us to get to a quarterfinal, semi-final, flip. I'd love us to win it, but easier said than done. I believe we will get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. League Cup, I just wouldn't be surprised if we went out to another small club in the early rounds. We just seem to crumble in the League Cup in recent times. I'd love for West Ham to prove me wrong. I'd love a cup run. But yeah, I'm going to go quarterfinals FA Cup. I'm going to go round of 16 League Cup. And yeah, come on you Irons. Let's have a great season. All the best, lads.
Let's have a great season, Mitch. Semi-finals of the Europa League, eh? We can live to dream. Live to dream. Live to dream. 8th, I'll take that. I'll take 8th. I'll take 8th. I've got a feeling about the League Cup this year. I don't know why. I've got, I'm waking. I mean, today I know I'm going to go to sleep in a minute, but I'm going to wake up very, very excited. I'm going to be grinning like Mark Noble. I'm going to be grinning like Mark Noble and dancing like Will Ferrell. That's what I'm going to be doing this. This is basically me in the morning today, just before I have to make Mrs. Budden her breakfast and Flo and her friend as well. Before I get kicked out of the house and made to go to the co-op to get some pancakes. Anyway, so we've had Kenny Brown, former West Ham player Kenny Brown. We've had Rich, all the way from South Africa. The last person we've got to hear from today is actually Matt. He'll be doing the Matchday live. He'll be on from 12:50 UK time, so make sure you watch that. And he'll be doing the watch long. I think Dan's getting involved as well. You'll probably get a little bit of something from Stel and Anton, who will be at the St James's Park as well. Anton Stel's been working on his mic setup. So hopefully he's got it all working. Oh, he's not working. I can't be there to help him, so I don't know. So hopefully you'll be able to hear from him at least. He might not be able to hear you if his adapter doesn't work, but is that a bad thing? I don't know. Right, let's bring on Matt and listen to Matt's predictions of what he thinks the season's going to hold in store for our beloved West Ham United.
My Premier League predictions for the season. I'm always cautiously optimistic, but I'm also realistic. And bear in mind, these predictions are made on the back of we've made no signings. And my predictions would change if we had made signings. But at the moment, there's no signings in. League position, with all the cup competitions, I'd be happy to take 10th. I think if we got 4 or 5 players in, we could still push for a top 8 finish. But we are literally like 3 injuries away from like total disaster. We're losing Diop, Masuaku and Benrahma for a month in January for the African Cup of Nations, plus Europa League. It's going to be hard to manage. So I'm going to say 10th for the league place at the moment. Europa, there's some big teams in it, but also some little teams in it, and it's really going to depend on the draw. I think we're going to go deep, but whether that's Europa League or Europa Conference is different. I think we'll definitely get out of the group stage. Well, I say definitely. I think we'll get out of the group stage Europa League, maybe get to the round of 16 and get knocked out. Or we could drop into the Europa Conference and end up going to like a semi. It's going to depend on signings. So I'm either going to go Europa last 16 or Conference semis. FA Cup, I think Moyes will respect and will do well in. I could see us getting at least a quarter final, maybe further. You never know. By that point, we've had January. We might have made some signings, might push us on a bit. Moyes likes the FA Cup. He knows West Ham like the FA Cup. He understands the relationship we have with it. I think he'll respect that and push us further. The League Cup, I don't think we're going to do well at all. I'll be honest. Last season we did okay, and that was because he managed to split the squad in two and do half Premier League, half Carabao Cup. But the Carabao Cup's come in early season, and we've got Europa League starting the end of September. And I believe Moyes would probably prioritise Europe over the Carabao Cup. I mean, don't forget, if we get knocked out into the Europa Conference, finishing third in the group in Europa, if you win the Europa Conference, you get Europa League again. I'm going to go like fourth round. I mean, fifth round maybe, is that what it is? Fourth, fifth round of the Carabao Cup. Not confident, but I think it'll be a steady season. But I think the way our season swings will be dramatically based on the last couple of weeks of the transfer window, and then maybe even more reliant on the January window. We do not have enough bodies, and I'm being maybe overly cautious. I mean, don't be wrong. If we don't get any players in, and then we don't, and we get a couple of injuries, we could be in like a relegation battle again because our squad's so thin. I'm going to be optimistic. Pessimistic would say 14th. I'm going to say middle ground 10th. Optimistic it's going to be obviously be top 8, but it's going to depend on signings. But as always, come on your irons.
So 8th, 10th, 14th. Just put it in. He said his bets. He said, but I know what Matt means. It is. I honestly think we're going to have a very busy couple of weeks with the coming into the transfer deadline. So as I said, that could be 8th then. Anyway, so we've had Kenny, we've had Rich thinks so. Kenny thinks we're going to be sort of out of the group stages in Europe, and I think he said 9th. I think Rich said 8th and semi-finals of the Europa. Fair play. Matt's anywhere between 8 and 14th based on who we sign, and possibly a semi-final of the conference, the Europa Conference, which is quite a nice idea. I quite like that. And as I said, Matt's going to be here at 12:50 this afternoon, getting all your score predictions and letting you know about the team and all that type of stuff, and get Stel and Anton involved. Hopefully getting some of the atmosphere for St James's Park if Stel's mic works. Hashtag pray for Stel's mic. But I'd love to show you a picture of it. It's an adaptation. Bless him, but it works. So hopefully, fingers crossed. And then as I said, then we'll have sort of throughout the month player ratings and things like that, and reviews of the game, and we interview and Stel be interviewing, doing a few interviews with some of the fans there after the game and things like that as well. So lots to come on today as well. So make sure you check it. Make sure you give us a like, give us a subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're made aware of anytime we put new content on. If you'd like to become a member, please do. Just hit that note down there. Hit that join button. Oh, it cuts in my face. What a shame. Hit that join button and join the Barmy member army. It's already taken off quite well. We're the three of us are absolutely shocked about how many people have signed up. But if you want to do, if not, just give it a like and give it a comment and give it a share and a subscribe. That helps us just as much. So I really appreciate it. Anyway, it started. The Premier League started St James's Park, 2 p.m. I'm bloody nervous, but I always am. But I'm bloody excited as well. I hope you're excited too as well, and hope you enjoy all the content that we're putting up for the West Ham Network today from St James's Park and from Matt's bedroom. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Get those jab appointments. Come on, you irons, and we'll see you again very, very.